everybody. Sorry it's a little bit windy. Out here trying to get Jeffrey's tractor going. So the filters were giving him some trouble the past couple days. And he came out here today with a different set of filters and tried getting it going. He couldn't get it. I came out here to give it a shot on my way back out to the field because the truckers are catching up to us. That's where I'm about to go help Maddie start shelling corn. The old Case IH combine at 780. But sorry for the wind. I'll try to edit it out. But what I did is I basically just broke the injectors, which I'll point to them real quick and show you guys the two lines that I had to break. And then I'll point to the secondary filter. It's the one without a bowl on it. I kept taking it off probably 3 times and filling it up with diesel fuel, which is in diesel fuel. And then I just kept cycling the key until I finally got fuel to come out of the, I think it's called the fuel rail, wherever the filter screws onto. I took the filter off as I was filling it up and finally got fuel to bust out of it. And just kept filling it up until she finally started running. And now my fuel codes are inactive. So we got it, but I'll show you those lines real quick in case you guys ever wonder. So basically you break those 2 lines. You don't take them off all the way. You just kind of crack them open a little bit and turn the key on, cycle the key on, because those are supposed to be self-priming tractors. Or that fuel rail system's supposed to be self-priming. And you do that till the bubbles basically quit appearing out, which is what I did probably 6 to 8 times. And yeah, finally got her going for him. Hopefully she'll stay running. I'm gonna turn it off here in a minute after I put my tools up, and we're gonna go shell some corn. I don't see any leaks. That'd be the last thing we need. I got old Maddie, he's running the old Case IH combine this morning. About almost 12 o'clock, or it could be right at it by now. And, I gave him a camera. So hopefully he's getting some footage for you guys. Old jumper cables are hot. I didn't have to put on the new fuel filter, so that's a plus. Whew, that's a finger pincher. Put on this shell. Under your Let's see if I can turn her off and she'll start back up again. Ugh. Still inactive on the codes. This is where you gotta hope and pray. It's a beautiful day out. It's nice and warm. He's got 20 acres left to plant of our actual wheat that we're gonna harvest. Then he'll go back to put on some cover crops for us. She kind of hesitated. Guess we better see if our codes came back. Whew, no codes. I'll try one more time to be safe. Usually when it's running, it'll keep filling up the filter itself. But that's not always how it works. You know, I'm about to talk to Dad and see if I can get paid like a John Deere mechanic. They get paid pretty good. Well, that's probably about all I can do. We'll come and check my codes one more time. That's lovely. That's not good. I don't wonder if our fuel rail's going out of this tractor as she just shuts off on me again. I'm gonna mess with this some more. I'll see you guys in the combine, hopefully. Well, I did not succeed. I didn't get it. So I think the fuel rail, which we struggled with a fuel pump a while ago, and we kind of did a little flip-flop on a couple of tractors because they had the same parts on them to get one going. So I don't wonder if that was our problem the whole time, but I don't know. Regardless, back here to the old combine. Got the old gearing Hoff on there. Love that header. If I can have anything to do with it, I'm going to try to make sure that our next corn headers are gearing Hoffs. Now, obviously, I love at least one folding corn head, but even if they're not folding, I still think they're better than Deere. And that's coming from a Deere fan. We got juice. We got juice. All right, let's put this old girl on here, huh? She goes on just like that. You get her situated. Hooks in. Plugs in. We get in. See what I did there. See what I did there. I gotta be honest with y'all. I think the old Deere has the old seat beat on the old Case IH combine. But these seats are probably just a little worn in. The old red combine over there is brand new, basically. Alright, I'm gonna hop off here. We're gonna make our way across the old road. We'll see what happens. Go shell some corn. Unloading. Pretty good corn. He must be running around 5 miles an hour. Which when I unload, I usually go about 4 to 4.2. She'll run about 4.8 and still do pretty good. He's moving, isn't it? It says the last day for the old demo. After we finish this 60 acre, that'll probably be the end of it. Before we move up the road, I'm sure we probably are getting close to our hour limit. So, but really appreciate it. Donnie Pfeiffer, and he is from, he's the Case IH dealer over in Quincy. I'm having trouble remembering the name of it. What's the Case IH dealer's name over in Quincy that Donnie works at? They might know that. I said, what's the dealer in Quincy that Donnie works at? What's the name of that place? Berkey's. Matt's saying Berkey's, but I'm not positive. I don't want to get it wrong, but in case I am wrong, I'm just not going to say that. So he's a Case IH dealer out of Quincy. Really good company, really good combine. I mean, obviously it's a heck of a machine. It's pushing through really, really good corn at 5 miles an hour. It's not 5.5. we've really enjoyed running it. I'll be honest with you. I mean, the sample's very clean, and it absolutely just runs through corn. It doesn't spill. I think aside from all the good things, the only thing that I could complain about, and it's not even a big deal at all. You can have this one. I'll go to my left. I won't. It's not even a complaint. I was talking to Matt. The only thing that I would do if I was a Case IH dealer. So don't think I'm harping on it, because like I said, it's a heck of a machine.
Where's my tux?
Heck of a machine. But
I knew I had a roadie.
What I would do if I was them, and here's why I say this. In our generation, right, a lot of people buy certain pieces of equipment for the conveniences, I'll say. So I would say on their Case IH machines, which they might have done this already, but if they haven't, what I would do is I think the cab needs to be a little bit quieter. And you see how quiet this one is, and you'll see how quiet the red one is. I feel like the cab needs to be quieter. Okay? Obviously, seat's not a big deal. This one's wore in, that one's brand new. I'm sure it'll be just as nice. And it's not even a bad seat. It has plenty of cushion on it. I think the cab needs to be a little bit quieter, and I think it needs to be a little bit bigger, so you don't feel quite as cramped. And it's not like you're overly cramped. I'm just used to a bigger cab, so obviously, so used to this one, going to that one, it's gonna be a difference. But that said, pretty well in. They could piece on here. This goes down and this goes up on ours, as you know it normally should. Whereas on theirs, it just goes, it's the opposite. So up is down, down is up. And they probably should change that, just so, say if people like us was going to go to a red machine, you know, it's basically the same stuff. I think on their joystick, they have a couple of simpler commands than ours, aside from the up and down being opposite. I think their section right here could maybe be a little bit simpler, kind of like this. Other than that, like that's literally the only thing I could say, because they gave it to us. They want me to be completely honest about it, so I'll be completely honest. If they just made the cab and that category better, that machine would be flawless. I mean, that's literally the only thing I can say about that machine. It would be flawless. Because what more could you ask for? You're going through... You're dripping out the back, just so you know. He's dripping! I have to get it on camera. Jeezy Christmas. That's YouTube famous.
Still dripping or...
No, you're good. You're full though, that's for sure. Look how good that sample is. All you can see is just bright yellow corn. Now, I've been working on this sample, and I think I got it pretty good. I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, I don't know how much more you could really want it. But, yeah, super appreciative of the opportunity to run that combine. I never thought I'd ever run a red combine in my life. And it's not because we dislike the color or anything like that. I know everybody sits there and says, oh, red's better than green or green's better than red. Yes, Matt's got to use the bathroom. Everybody always thinks about the colors and stuff, but it's not a big deal. It really is not. What's important to us when picking a machine is price. Can I stay in it for multiple years and be good in it? Is it somewhat user-friendly to run? How's it do cleaning the grain? How's it do picking the corn, cutting the beans? All that is what matters to us. It's not about the color. Like I said, if we would have been on red this whole time, we'd have a red combine right now. And I'll never say we will never ever run a red combine or get a red combine. If price is right, we could very well switch to a red combine. Now, I'd like to think maybe they would upgrade the cab a little bit, but aside from the cab, that's it. To me, it has a cleaner sample than what our Deere does, which I got it pretty clean. I mean, that's pretty spotless for a Deere. But I love the sample on that combine. It was phenomenally good. I don't know. I just really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you, Case. Thank you, Donnie. Now, Matt said that he worked at Burke. I do not want to say that he does, in case I'm wrong. But just regardless, I'll just say thank you to Donnie Pfeiffer and Case IH for letting us demo their combine. It has been a pleasure. It's been running phenomenal for us. And like I said, I love the combine. I mean, the hydrostat moves quickly. And honestly, the combine is user-friendly. It points out all the simple stuff. If you know a little bit about a combine, you could run that thing flawlessly. Yeah, monitor was nice. I didn't have any trouble with the monitor. It was actually pretty simple. It honestly has some better features than our Deere does on some aspects of it. And then corn head-wise, I love how they're just screened on above the throat of the feeder house. Doesn't let the trash come in here. I don't see why no other companies have put that on the header. But like I said, I know that combine has all the bells and whistles on it. It's a demo, so why wouldn't you want to give everybody the best thing that they could possibly get so they have a good idea of what they can have? Now this combine, you can put really good concaves in this combine. I'm sure that would help the sample tremendously. So, I mean, I guess it's whatever your guys' preference is. Because I haven't ran any other combine besides.
This thing has 3 transmissions on the rotor speed. That's kind of unique.
Has apparently 3 transmissions on the rotor speed. I don't know if that's true or not, but Matt says it is, so it must be. It must be, right? You know, I'm very impressed. It's ran very good. I mean, really. It's light, super light. Probably could use a freckle more weight on the butt end of it with that folding corn head on there. It's pretty heavy, but chops good, runs good, cleans the corn. You don't lose any corn behind it. I loved it. I loved it. And I can mark that off the bucket list. So we're gonna run it for the last couple hours here at this field. We'll head up the road. We'll get back in our combines. This one's Matt's, so I'll give him his combine back. I'll go hop back in mine, and we'll keep rolling. I think we're on the last bag. I think they're supposed to get that second bend finished today. So hopefully we'll have that tomorrow. They took the chains of rain all the way down to 2/10 basically. So hardly anything. And about it. Matt's checking the old combine out. We got to finish this little patch, and then we go across there and hit that 20 acres, and we're out of here. Of course, I shut the camera off, as I was about to show you guys my grain tank. Oh. Let's go take a look, shall we? It's windy up here. Super windy. That's Matt. Canned corn. So, I mean, there's no cracked corn. It's a pretty clean tank. We got the cobs to a minimal. That's basically it. There, right there. Stick is minimal. It's tiny compared to what it was. It was about that long. We just have these tiny little cobs coming in. But aside from that, that combine hardly, I don't think it really has anything in it whatsoever. And this one, I finally got it pretty clean. I mean, that's... I said those tiny little cubs. I don't know. I'm impressed with it. That's all that matters. So, I'll see you guys probably a little later. Got old Red in action. Mr. Donnie Pfeiffer came out here. And, riding with Matt, seeing how he likes it, feeling him out about it. We're about done here. I guess the bagger started double folding on the bag, so he lost half the bag, so I don't know if we'll be able to finish this or not, but they about have the bend done. So we might put the auger back on our first bend because it shrank quite a bit. We might be able to fit enough in there to get done for the night, but I don't know. But she is pouring in there. Matt's windows are dirty. He doesn't clean them. I got my sample pretty clean. I mean, it's about as good as a John Deere can get with round bar concaves. If we wanted to get it better, I'd have to sit there and put $5,000 worth of new concaves in just one combine, so $10,000 for both. So, is what it is. Not much I can do about it, honestly. Show you my settings here. So we're running 31 on the concave, 330 on rotor speed, max fan, and then we're running 12 on the top sieve and 20 on the bottom, which is, I know, backwards compared to what Deere tells you to do. But I watched a couple guys that are a lot older than me on YouTube and TikTok that have been showing corn their whole lives. And they said there's no point in re-threshing the grain. So I basically have that sucker all the way open. But yeah, we're slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. I don't know. It's been nice having that old red combine. Didn't know how I'd feel about it, but we like it. It's kind of cool to see a different color on the farm too. What's next? New Holland or Kloss? Or an Ideal. A Fendt Ideal. Yeah, those are pretty unheard of around here. They're New Holland. There's some New Holland combines around here. And there's some Kloss. Kloss. Quite a ways away from here, but there's some around. Hardly anything. Looks like Eddie's heading back with a full load. Old Red's giving her hell over there. Well, the bagger started double folding, so we're stopped on that at the moment. Unfortunately, taking a couple trucks to town to finish off this part, which old Red's gonna hold the rest of it. It looks like. I got full hopper on. And we're gonna get dusted out for this. There he goes. Oh, he'd so be dead if I had a gun. Oh, I wish I could get him. You all see that coyote come at me like that? He a big boy. He a big boy. Woo-hoo-hoo. Little case of H filled up. Am I filled up? Hell, let's keep rolling. So I think Dad's thinking about piling some corn on the pad. I think I might have got him a little persuaded on just to hold off. We'll hold to the elevator for the rest of the evening because it's almost 4 o'clock. It is 4. There won't be too many more loads. And we can start filling up that second bin tomorrow. I'm just not a fan of the rain that's coming. And of course, it's probably not going to amount to much, but if it does, I really hate to get all that rained on, which we'll put a tarp over, but we don't really have the time to mess with all that at the moment. But I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. We'll see how she looks with the old folding header on her. Look at that girl. Pretty. She's pretty. Got this one too. Figured I better get it on video. We gotta run this for the rest of the day. You got old Matty B behind me. I don't know how well you can see, but he's back there. 2 folders. I'm not even moving. It's as smooth as what my combine feels like when I go down the road with the head on. Matt's still a little bouncy though. This is where we're heading at, so we'll pull in over there at the gravel and get these bad boys unfolded, and then that'll be the end of them. We can get going and see how far we get.